Okay, I have a new controller, so this will be my first time playing with it. It just came in today. I did some practice earlier today, but it was with my old controller, so we'll see. It's unfortunate. I had the very pretty limited edition 8-bit dough. Uh yeah, I so my last one was also Hall Effect, but I got the green transparent one that looks super cool. But it's the like the Pro 2 design, and like I like the sticks and stuff. But it has these like kind of squishy, soft. No, I got the green one, and Kiwi got the blue one. But it has the soft like start and select button, and they started sticking like really early, which isn't a big problem if you're not like mashing start a lot. Neither are purple. It's true. But yeah, obviously in a speedrun, especially for a Souls game, we are very frequently mashing start. So the fact that it'll just like disregard every other input because it sticks was like a big problem. So they make like a version of the controller that I used to use from them, but with Hall effect sticks. So it's black. It's a lot less interesting looking, but it has Hall effect sticks and it has the firm circular buttons that mash nice. So this should be hopefully everything I want in a controller. It's also not Bluetooth, which is unfortunate. I guess that is the one thing, but I don't mind it being wired too much. But yeah, the sticks feel a lot stiffer because like the non Hall effect sticks, not it wasn't just the drift that was a problem or annoying for me. It was like they just they were like way too loose for my preference. Like they moved way too easily. And these Hall effect sticks, in addition to they should be better over time. Like they're also just stiffer out of the box, which I prefer. Um, oh, that feels so nice. I can just mash again, start button. But yeah, so we're running an Alley's marathon on Saturday. Oh, that felt so nice. So we're gonna try to get 2 practice runs in today. Tomorrow on stream we'll be doing a practice run with KK, who will be commentating for me the day of. So that'll be fun. It's like she's fairly new to commentating, but I'm also new to having a commentator. So I wrote her up a little Google Doc. I need to change this to be reading RTA instead of in-game time. Yeah, so I wrote her up a little Google Doc. I have places, like, it has a bunch of just general information, so she has a better idea what's going on. Because she's played this game before, she likes it, but she hasn't run it before. So it explains a lot of the basic stuff. There are, like, specific segments where I've written explanations for her to explain specifically. And then I have, like, a glossary of terms at the end. Hey, Mario. So that'll be interesting. That'll be tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to worry about commentary today. I think I'm just going to try running. I shouldn't really be rusty at this point. It's not like I've been, like, grinding, but I should be pretty well de-rusted because I did a lot of practice and stuff while I was finishing Demon Souls, which did not take very long. But I still really like that game. But it was super short. Oh, right. Don't split, because very rusty in Dark Souls, yeah. Maybe a lot of us took the holidays off. I just have to dial in, like, exactly where I want the dead zones, because, let Joel gamble away the family home. Because I had more aggressive dead zones. Very good at Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, you're very good at pulling. That is true. It's like let Joel gamble away the family home, but somehow he's winning someone else's family home. Where the heck? I guess on the first quit out is when I'll switch it to RTA. Many funds for the next gamble session? In-game funds or real-life funds? These buttons definitely feel a lot better, though. It's nice. Around 5 weeks. So does it, like, it cycles, I assume, the way that Genshin does? Exactly who you can win. Do you have to win each character multiple times as well to, like, upgrade them all the way? In-game. All I've spent in the game is a monthly subscription and Battle Pass. Nice. And then just get lucky. Stagger before you can grab me. Each banner is 3 weeks. Don't necessarily need to pull multiple times. Some get strong if you do. I know that was like a big thing with Genshin. It wasn't enough to get the character that you wanted multiple, like once, you had to do it multiple times. Oh, basically double damage. Holy shit, yeah. Seems like a pretty big buff. Oh, insane timing. Favorite character, so I went for it. And a witch. Nice. Double witch damage. If I'm at this health, I should... Okay, I'll heal instead of grabbing that. Hey, Seartree, thank you for the good luck. I do have to get in the habit of taking safety stuff again. This is the first, like, RTA run I've done in a while. I haven't done any off-stream yet. Hey, Paces Panda. I also keep splitting. Fleet Fest is a smaller marathon put on this weekend by Emerald Alley, who's not like a big streamer or anything, but somebody who's been in the speedrunning community for a long time that's well known to a lot of us. So when she can, she'll put on her like own marathon in January. So I'm actually the last run of the marathon this year. Oh shit, I should have grabbed that idol. You always want to grab that idol, like... It's really, really bad if you die if you don't grab that. Oh well. Not much I can do about it now. Okay. But yeah, the big thing for me, it's a smaller marathon, but obviously I'm friends with Ali. And then KK is going to be commentating for me because she wants to get more into doing marathon stuff, including like running and commentary, and she doesn't really have experience doing it, so... Oh, why did I pick that up? Shit. I picked up the Ash, too. Yeah, so I wrote her, like, a little document I'm doing all bosses and mini bosses. Anything else would take me a fair bit of de-rust. Unlucky. Again, huh? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I really need to get the, I really need to get the, what's it called? The aggro chain here. Okay. Sick. Yeah, so that, I should have grabbed the safety idol there, because you lose like a ton of time, even if you just miss the aggro chain. Also, let me change this to... Here again, it's real time. There we go. But yeah, so it'll be fun. It's also my first time having like a commentator, so it's a whole experience for me. I should make a link to the practice document that I made for KK, in case you guys want to see it, but since we're up against an RTA timer right now, I can't link it right now. But it's got like specific highlighted sections for her to explain. It's got like a general overview of the run so that she knows what's going on, because she's played this game but hasn't run it. And then it's got like a little glossary of terms. Actually, let me sell these just so my menu's correct. Thank you, Panda, for the good luck. Find event info? That is a good question. Because we're just using... So there's like a... There's a speedrunning scheduling site like that all of us use. So it's just on there, but it's not really easy to look up. Yeah, BSD. I'm trying to think when my next quit out is. I can just link it. I could pause like the RTA timer. It's fine. We're just trying to start training myself to grab idols and stuff. I'm not too worried about this run. Yeah, it's like it's a small thing. Okay, hold on. I just pause. Actually, I probably DM'd it to KK fairly recently. Yeah, it's like I don't think it's been updated. But yeah, that's the document. There's the schedule. Okay. So yeah, I don't think it's like gonna be insane or anything, but I'm like right at the end of the marathon, which is cool. And yeah, it's a chance for KK to practice commentary. It's a chance for me to practice having a commentator. So I am definitely excited about it. Okay. I do think it's cool when like individual like community members who just have a lot of speedrunner friends manage to put together like little marathons like this just because they just know everybody. And that's one of the things I want to do more this year. I want to do more, like, smaller marathons. Just because I enjoy them. This run has gone, like, reasonably well so far, though, aside from me not remembering to do any of my safety strats. Like, literally, if I had missed the aggro chain, even if I killed Bull but missed the aggro chain, like, I literally have to run all the way back to Gyobu's Arena from, like, Dilapidated Temple. Because I don't grab, like, any idols on the way there. Because in a real run, you just reset if you screw up anything. Yeah, this is one of the sections I'll have KK explain. We'll see if I like having a commentator better than not having a commentator. There are definitely some places I think it will be nice. KK has played Sekiro, she did not run Sekiro. Yeah, she's done Hollow Knight most recently. She's just going back to Dark Souls 2 now, Scholar specifically. But she's run Dark Souls 2 and like Dark Souls 3 in the past. She got her start in Souls mostly. So that's why I made like a document to help her explain stuff. She's planning to do... Did she do DS1 as well? Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember if she'd done all of them. KK's been around forever, and I've like she was one of my older friend. Well, I don't know. She's somebody that I was like acquainted with at least through Disc chat. Like later than when I met like Mario. Mario is one of my oldest friends on Twitch that I met through Disc chat, but KK came in a little bit later. But she was like 17 at the time. And I didn't know she was 17. But she seemed pretty clearly to be very young to me, so I didn't really talk to her or anything back then. Uncaught, yeah. Because I was already like mid-20s at that point, and it felt like it would be kind of weird. Yeah, she's a bit horrified at herself about that. But now she's like, you know, mid-20s, and even though I'm in my 30s, like, just talking to her and stuff like that, I can talk to her like an adult and everything now. So, it's only in, like, for the last, like, year that we've, really been good friends. But I've enjoyed, hanging out in her chat. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly her reaction when she thinks about the fact that she was, in Disc chat doing all that stuff back then. People old, yeah. Okay, so I do this menuing like super late here. Not twice. Hey, Death Chain. Do a gainer in the Detroit River. Don't do it, Death Chain. It's frozen. You'll break your neck. The schedule should be adjusted to your time zone, Sirchu. I think it's like 5 p.m. your time, last I looked. The cesspit is not frozen. But yeah, that's one of the reasons we use that site. It adjusts itself very well. Yeah, it was painful when we went to check the mail. I had to get my controller though. But man, like my beard was all frozen again. And the wind, it was so windy. Like it just was just pain in my face. It's so damn cold here. Almost. This is really annoying now because the... There we go. Okay, good. We got a good cycle. The cycle is generally fine if you get it immediately, but if you have to redo it, like, you can really get a terrible fucking cycle. Nice. Burger and nuggets. I made tacos today. Regal would be proud. Okay, that's a good cycle. Did it on a Tuesday. I don't think he would object, though. Well, Regal says every day is a potential taco day. That is his firmly held belief. Our new cat's been doing really well, too. He, definitely seems like he's adjusted to the house, and he, slept a lot better last night in our room with us. We stayed with him in the downstairs bedroom on the first night he was here. Nice. Hey, Dervish. No, don't have... I think this will kill. Yeah. But yeah, we got a new cat. He is orange, and his name is Hiro. And we're probably getting a second cat on Friday. And hopefully they like each other. Hiro seems pretty chill. We just don't know how he'll be with other cats exactly, because yet again we got one of the cats from the shelter who hadn't really been there very long, so they didn't have him out and socializing with the other cats yet. Apparently his orange, yeah. Apparently his previous owners had like tossed him out of a car to get rid of him. That happens. He'd been in the shelter for like 2 weeks, I think. Long enough that he'd had most of his shots. We took him to the vet to get one of his last vaccines yesterday. And honestly, he handled it pretty well. Most chaotic one. I don't know if their personalities are actually that tied to their fur patterns. I know that people say that they are, but I don't know. He's been pretty chill so far. Orange Cat managed to find herself on top of a bookshelf. He hasn't really caused any issues. He really wanted to get on the kitchen counters at first. But he hasn't really wanted to do that since then. We just kind of told him, we kept him off of there, told him no. I think it was just because he wanted to explore, and like the kitchen is like... The kitchen is right by the bedroom where we kept him in at first. Your cat just caused you an issue? 2 functional brain cells, yeah. That's all of us sometimes, yeah. But yeah, now that he is more comfortable exploring the whole house, he hasn't really expressed any interest in the kitchen counters anymore, which is good. They look goofier due to their color. He looks like like in terms of his pattern, he looks exactly like the cat. The HUHH one. Going to be dogs at uni tomorrow. Nice. I like dogs too. I'm definitely more of a cat person, but yeah, he looks exactly like that. 5. He even does the super squinty thing like that. Yeah, BSD posted it. He's been pretty chill though, like he doesn't like us messing with his belly at this point, which is totally fine and understandable. Like he'll bite a little bit if you try to rub his belly too much, but he doesn't really claw, and he mostly like he won't like attack you or anything. He'll just be a bit defensive sometimes when he's like nervous, because everything's still pretty new to him. But I feel like he'll be pretty chill once he adjusts, and hopefully that holds true for his response to other cats as well. Because we would like to have 2. But the shelter where we're getting another cat from will take the other cat right back if he really just can't handle having another cat around, but we'd like to have 2. Got zapped by a cat? Oh, like static shocked? That does happen a lot, especially this time of year. We have a humidifier in our bedroom for the nighttime, but it's still like the air gets really dry. Like I've shocked him. We've shocked each other a little bit. Definitely. Okay, I shouldn't die here. Like with this help, like sometimes I should grab that idol in a marathon, but like if I'm at full health like this, I shouldn't ever die to monkeys, even if I screw up. Like, lose time, sure, but die? Not really. Ugh. Up. Twice. Line up, here, this. Okay. I think my first grapple was kind of weird. Like, statically, yeah. First time experiencing it. Yeah, I guess our house is, like, really dry in the winter, especially. So, it happens a lot here with our cats. I remember, especially, like, it didn't happen as much with Zany, but, like, due to, like, the boy cat that we used to have, Bowie, like, due to his fur texture, it would happen a lot with him, where we would static shock each other. Especially, like, at night for some reason. I always felt bad. Like, usually it doesn't bother them that much, but especially when they try to sniff me. and then it like zaps their nose, I always feel really bad. I guess that's not the worst if I have to parry once, because I am doing a posture kill. But it annoys me. But I didn't quite get the movement I wanted around in there. There we go. This is an annoying place to die as well, because you lose, Hey, KK. Because you lose a confetti and a Yasha, and either of those in early game like this is really annoying to waste. Wow. Haircut is a good emote. Thank you for the good luck. Yeah. He looks like he deserves it, though. Remember, Crazy is the one who found that emote initially on Discord. This should be okay. Have to go to the chest here. All cats deserve a haircut, yeah. It's the little comb and stuff. Got the blanket on him. Crazy finds some weird stuff sometimes. Yeah, so this is decent. I don't think I've done like any safety stuff yet. I keep forgetting. Really need to do safety stuff for Gunfort though. Because this is a long ass run back otherwise. You have a lot of extra Gotchin in this route though, which is good. We just keep finding new ways to do strats without Gotchins, and that just means there's like tons of backups on the route now that used to be mandatory. You just don't need as many as you used to, which is cool. Because there were some old routes where it would suck, because if you died here, you would just not have a Gotchin. Like, your first big pile of backup Gotchins are like literally right after this segment. But Gunfort here is like one of the places you're most likely to die in the run. Okay, so we need to grab that. And then we'll grab the one after as well. In case we die here, and then so that we don't have to redo it if we die later. Hey, John. Also, you don't have to buy any confetti on this route, so you can just vacuum extra money and then buy confetti as a backup if you need to. Seems like a good cycle. Oh, that's unlucky. Okay, so I'll rest at this idol if I can, but often you can't. Because the guy behind you will kick you off. Like that, yeah. That's fine. that's not quite enough. Okay. So here we have pellets. We have to use our pellet, which will give us enough health. Back to Sekiro. Been a minute? Yeah. It hasn't been a minute since I played, fortunately. Okay, and then we'll be put at 1 HP from this drop, but that doesn't matter anymore. It used to matter on old routes, but when you do Akos for phase 1, you get enough health back. Anyway. Because yeah, in this route, very early on, we have a skill that gives us health back on Death Blow, which is useful for making sure we have enough health to Tonto and stuff. And like pretty much every item that heals you in this game, how much it heals you is percentage based, based on your maximum HP, like your current maximum HP. So the Death Blow stuff, like the Death Blow health recovery gives you less health if you Death Blow somebody while you're using a Yasha. Whereas an Akko's does not. Practicing off stream while you play DS2 and Demon Souls? Yeah. Mostly just practice. I've done like a run here and there. I haven't really been grinding, but I've been working on like individual segments and sections. So like I shouldn't be rusty today. Oh, should kill. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, so like honestly this run's been going smoothly. I just need to make sure that I'm remembering to make sure that I'm remembering to do my backup stuff since I'm prepping for a marathon right now this week. And then after this marathon this weekend, honestly, I have no idea what I want to do. It's honestly been kind of a hard month for me. Losing Zanny and everything, so... I don't know, I've been a bit of a mess. I don't know what I feel like doing. I kind of feel like grinding this. You should play DS2 again. I did think about unironically doing like a casual DS3 playthrough on stream. But I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe I should just get back to grinding, at least like a little bit. Like I'm enjoying playing this game. And I enjoy doing runs on the occasions when I've been doing them. Hey, Uncle Mo. Liza P. Yeah, I think we'll probably play Liza P at the end of this year. Oops. I thought that would kill. I shouldn't have thought that would kill, but... So it was a little awkward, but it wasn't, like, risky at the end. But yeah, like I said, just like we had like a sub incentive for DS1, DS2, and Demon Souls this year, or like last year that we just finished, we'll probably do something similar in September this year, but it'll be for like Neo, Neo 2, and like Liza P, probably. Those are the 3 non-From Souls-likes that are the most interesting to me. No, this one. Yeah, Neo and Neo 2, because of like their setting and stuff, obviously appeal to me. And then Liza P, just because everyone says like it's like really, really good mechanically. So those would be the 3 that most interest me. And then in the meantime, if I want to do casual playthroughs on stream, they'll probably just be replays of like Souls games that I've already played. Couldn't get into Liza P. It's not... So like, thematically, it's not my thing. I don't like robots that much. Or like fighting robots. But yeah, everyone says the mechanics are good, so I'm sure I could get past the theming of it. And like I've watched quite a few people play it, like it looks pretty and everything. It's just like the puppet mechanical aspect of it is less appealing to me than some of the others. Then I can just hold Tonto out of this cutscene, I think. Yeah. I like that better than jumping up there and then Tontoing. It's just awkward with the space you have. Love the puppets. Thought they were sick, but the mechanics sucked. Everyone says otherwise, so I guess you're wrong. I mean, you know, it's just, there's an element of subjectivity, certainly. Social studies prof did a poverty simulator today. Death Chain's like, I didn't need to simulate it. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I'm supposed to parry. Why is he running towards me? It's weird. Okay. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be an awkward fight now. Okay. I just hopefully have time. Okay. I had time to Tonto, that's good. Out of the corner. Okay. I actually don't want to... Well, now, okay. I was going to say, I don't want to Mortal Draw, because I want to save a Shuriken in case I need to stop him from healing. But then I got him to enough damage that Mortal Draw would have killed. That was a terrible fight, because I botched the opener, and everything else gets fucked if you botch the opener for that, but that's fine. More or less casualed it. Never played it, so it sucks. Nice. Don't have enough money to buy it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Nioh 1 and 2 will be cheaper, at least. At least Nioh 1, I'm pretty sure, is fairly cheap now. But, I mean, I got all year to save up for it, so it's fine. You attitude, you said the idea of unexpected medical bills is an American concept. Feels man. Eagle Turtle is crazy, would say. Oh no, it's just start cancel twice. I'm stupid. Oh yeah, we still have to do our tech check as well, KK, and Ali wants us to do it together. Is there a chance that you'll be free like when I'm done streaming tonight? Or are you done, or are you streaming tonight? Pay the medical bill or buy groceries? I mean, yeah, you would just... Okay, yeah, I'll just let you know, yeah, when I'm done. I'm just gonna do 2 runs today. I don't think it's gonna be a super long stream. I might do some Minesweeper on stream for a little bit after if I have time, just because that sounds fun, but... But yeah, so, okay, so this is a thing you learn as an American as well. Medical debt is one of the few kinds of debt here that you can kind of just ignore, and it will eventually go away on its own. It also doesn't hurt your credit as much as most other kinds of debt. Like, they'll harass you for a long time, but, like... Send that fucker to collections. We're eating tonight? Yeah. But yeah, it's like... Damn it. Very frequently... Bitch, that's why I said it, yeah. Very frequently, you can kind of just, like, talk to hospitals and say, like, I'm not paying all that, and get some of the debt removed. And then it'll also, like, they'll eventually send it to collections, and they'll harass you for a while. But it doesn't hit your credit score as hard. Dude, I suck at this. You also get stuck. There's some reason there. Nothing. I really want to redo this, but I should... For the sake of marathon practice, I just should do the fight. And win instead. But that annoys me so much, I keep fucking that up. I really like this boss. It's just that specific, like, you do, you iframe it with a jump. You have to iframe that attack with a jump, and I just have been fucking it up lately. Or it's like, every time I do runs, I'll fuck it up the first time and then get it the second time. It's just... frustrates me, but it's fine. Just something I need to practice more. Yeah, no, medical debt shouldn't be a thing. You mean itemized bill? Yeah, it's just like... in the Scream. I don't mind the Scream too much. But, well, there's some stuff that works weird with the Scream. It's annoying when she does the centipedes after, like, the sweep. And you kick her, and she takes posture damage, but she doesn't get staggered, and then she, like, sprays stuff in you. Yeah, I agree with both of those, Death Chain. It's not, like... Like, I'm definitely not defending the system. If anything, I'm saying it's, like, kind of a weird, horrifying thing. But, yeah, being American, you learn that you can kind of argue with the hospital a little bit. Or, if you really have to, ignore the debt. And, it will hurt your credit, but not, like, a ton. And eventually, they'll give up. After you being hounded for years. But yeah, it shouldn't be a thing to get by where you have to know what kinds of debt you can ignore. And which kinds will follow you forever no matter what. Whoops. When you're president, you can change the rules. Yeah, I don't know about that. Sick. Oh, this is the new way I've started doing this as well. You can drop all the way down here while he's despawning. Makes it a little bit faster. That was also first try and good death animation, so that was, like, insanely good. Hey, Ali. Thank you for the good luck. Yeah, that was really good. Oops, keep going too far. Oh, stupid. Should have known he wasn't doing the jump there. It's fine. As long as I don't fuck up this part. I have confetti to spare in this route. Or, like, I can get backup confetti very easily is actually what I should say. Up. Down. Swift. Okay, so no more danger of dying is the important thing. But yeah, so that skip is one of the ones I'm gonna have you explain, because I probably won't get it first try. I don't know. I have, like, stretches where I, like, get that skip really well. Ignore things until they garnish your wages. Oh yeah, so yeah, so like with medical debt here, they won't garnish your wages, basically. But like if you have school debt on the other hand, like depending on the type of loans that you get, school debt generally means you owe money to the government essentially. Not 100% of the time, but often. And so that debt, there's like no way to there's no way to get rid of. Even if you like declare bankruptcy, they'll still like make you pay it eventually. You just owe that shit until you die. My nightmare boss of All Souls when I first started. Um, so my first Souls game was Bloodborne. I don't think anything has ever stressed me out as much as Bloodborne, just because it was my first. But thinking of which specific boss, like on my first playthrough of Bloodborne, Orphan definitely took me the longest. But also, like, I played the DLC a little bit after beating the base game, so I was like more comfortable with the game in general. So I'm trying to think of like what's a boss that like took me a long time, but also I was still like really new and uncomfortable. Because eventually, like, there were harder bosses for me later, but eventually I got used to Souls games enough that it's just like, oh well, I'm just gonna die to this boss until I don't. I remember Vicar Amelia scared me a lot on first playthrough. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's fine. This way's faster RTA anyway. I don't actually need that. Dark Souls 3 gave you a heart attack DLC. Yeah, so Dark Souls 3, like casually, the vanilla game had some bosses that were difficult for me. Like Princes and actually Cinder as well. Took me a long time on my first playthrough. But by the time the DLCs came out, yeah, by the time the DLCs came out, I had speedrun a little bit, so I actually didn't have as much of a problem with the DLCs by the time they came out. So like Frida took me like 6 tries, I think, on first playthrough. And then like in DLC 2 it was like I think Gale took me like 8 tries on my first playthrough of DLC 2 and Midir took me like 12. So early with running. Yeah. So I like yeah, so like compared to like yeah, so compared to like Dragon Slayer Armor, Princes, and like Soul of Cinder, I think all took me like upwards of like 40 attempts or something to beat casually, like on my first playthrough. Like tons of time on all of those. But then yeah, the DLCs I didn't have as much of a problem because I was a lot better. Yeah, I started doing NTD like fairly early into the game. And like I was still in college at the time, so I didn't run like super seriously, and especially well, actually, you know what? I didn't start that's right, I didn't start running until yeah, I guess I didn't actually start running until after DLC 1, but just barely. But I had at least played a lot casually, like more than once, and I was watching a lot of people play. So I guess that's why I felt really prepared for DLC 1, because I forgot my first category that I did ever was um, all bosses 1 DLC. And it was like almost exactly a 2-hour run. It was like 2 hours and then some seconds. Making a tier list of FromSoft bosses. I did that. KK did that on stream too recently. It's kind of freezing a couple times. I haven't dropped frames, so it's not OBS at least. It could just be a Twitch thing. Yes, that's right. Because, yeah, I didn't waste any. Yeah, it could be on Twitch's end, but then I don't think I can do anything about it. Buffering when you first got here a couple times. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure I can do anything, unfortunately. Let me check the other... I don't remember if OBS shows if I'm having, like, encoding lag or something. Same scale? Okay. That's fair. One, two, right behind me. I'm trying to think where I can check settings. But yeah, I haven't messed with anything. But yeah, certainly by the time I did, yeah, I tried to look at stuff casually as well. I think my Prince's ranking was influenced by how fun they are in the speedrun. Or at least they used to be, when you just did phase 2 normally. I don't think my OBS shows me, like, frames lost due to, like, encoding lag. GDQ's OBS does, which is, like, really cool. But I think that's, like, a custom thing they have. Yeah, Dragon is pretty. I like Dragon as, like, it's a gimmick fight, but it's a good gimmick fight. Yeah, but it's not my internet, at least. But it could be my computer somehow. Oops, mouse and keyboard for this. The next quit out isn't until before Demon Hatred, though. Oops, I'm like all the way over here. I can look at it then. Thank you, Wider. It's probably just because it's so damn cold outside. Not motivated enough to do this. It did take me like 2 hours. Because I did like the mini bosses too. And I was like discussing and thinking about every single boss as well. Shitting on the DS1 bosses. I really like Menace. I mean, this run's going like reasonably well though, honestly. I think Elden Ring and Demon Souls ended up being the only games in the series that didn't have a peak boss for me, like a top tier boss. He'll simply gamble. Let Joel gamble away the family home on Honkai Star Rail. This run could definitely be like a 116 RTA at this rate. Oh, Balatro. Oops. Nice. I was mashing A to use the door instead of the actual interact button in this game because I was playing Dark Souls 3 last night. Worst opener. That opener is the slowest and also the most difficult. It's almost too late. But it was not, so it's fine. Okay, so I can see after this if my computer's like doing something in the background or something. Okay, skills. I am taking a bit long to remember where I'm going and stuff sometimes, but I'm not as bothered by that for like a marathon thing. Almost. Why is he dead after you beat the dragon? He just dies of old age, basically, I think. Is the lore thing. He was old and sick and like on the verge of death before. The dragon just like killing the dragon just kind of marks the passage of time with the way the game works, basically. Okay, hold on. Let's just pause. Let me see, make sure my computer's not doing something in the background. But yeah, he was sick and like on the verge of dying anyway, basically. He hesitated, yeah. Close that. Maybe this will help like a little bit. But it doesn't seem like it should be the computer though. Like it might just be like on Twitch's end. Because like RAM usage is like a little high, but no, because my bit rate's the same, and I'm not dropping frames, so it's not like my internet. It would have to be like if it's not on Twitch's end, it would have to be like some kind of hardware thing on my end, but it doesn't look like it. It should be that. Everything else seems to be running fine. But I did what I could. Maybe it'll help. But yeah, anyway, sorry. He's sick and old and dying. But he's still managing to pose enough of a threat that nice. Whoops. Okay, well, we shaved too much time off there. That's fine. So add like 30 seconds or something to whatever the final RTA this is. Forgot to unpause the timer. So that's the thing, is just that like everyone knows that he's going to die soon, and like the Interior Ministry, they've got spies and stuff. So they know that Ishin is sick as well. Wicked. And so they're just kind of waiting for him to die. Still managed to beat your ass at the end of the game. Yeah, well, in Shura, he's still just like an old man, but he can still fight pretty well if he has to. And then in the Sword Saint ending that we're about to go fight, it's because he gets brought back to life magically by the Black Mortal Blade, so he's basically young again in this one. But yeah, in the Shura ending, he is just some old guy. But he can still fight really well, despite being on the brink of death. Shish kebab from said agents of the Ministry. Yeah, exactly. Because that's why when he has you do the rat hunt at the beginning, that's what he's doing. He's killing spies. That's why he's got a bunch of lone shadow bodies around him. When you see him... Whoops. Stupid of me. He's got a bunch of lone shadow bodies around him, and then he wants you to hunt the short guys, because they're spying for the Ministry. Because those guys work for Senpo, but you find out from a couple sources throughout the game that Senpo Temple, despite ostensibly still being allied with Ashina, they've turned traitor, and they're helping the Ministry instead. Oh, I was gonna jump, and then I was like, no, I can't jump, I'll die. Now I have health, though. Okay, I can tank one more. I think I can tank one more, in fact. is also a shitty place to die. The politics, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot kind of hidden. But basically, not only do you hear, like, some of those guys talking about how, like, they know that it's just a matter of time before the Ashina clan, like, loses the war. But you also find, you find the Lone Shadows during the invasion phase. Some of them will use Yashariku sugars. And all the sugars are made by Senpo. So you know that Senpo has supplied the Interior Ministry soldiers, basically, to help them invade. If you hadn't already figured it out. And then at the very end of the game, during, like, the nighttime phase, you just straight up see them fighting on the side of the... Like, they have the red armor. They're just fighting with the Ministry. So yeah, it's like a cool bit of, like, storytelling. If you pay attention. Classic FromSoft, honestly. But yeah, so that's why the Interior Ministry basically just sent people here to, like they did a series of probing attacks, and then they, like, had spies around waiting for Ishin to die, and then they invaded, like, right as he died, basically. That's annoying. They'll wait a little bit if I get that death animation. Otherwise, I'll warp out too soon. And she won't come back to life, but I won't get her bead and stuff until after. Like, when I come back here, like, later in the run. This is the riding order for your characters. Oh, like the stroke order? Yeah, I haven't really practiced stroke order either. Hey, Noel. I'm more focused for now on just, like, reading. And maybe sometimes typing, and I'll figure out writing later. He might not give me... Yeah. I'll just do that instead. He was out of position, so I don't think he would have jumped back there. Then I want full Yasha, not Spirit Fall here. If you had time, you would work on all of it. I mean, I probably wouldn't right away. I'd rather, like... I would like to increase my vocabulary before I worry about stroke order. Too much. I don't know if that's, like, the right thing, but... it's what I would rather do. Because I'd have to go a lot slower learning. Distinguishing similar characters. Yeah. Yeah, I know, like, if you are going to be writing, you do need to know the stroke order to be able to, like, reproduce them correctly. Or, like, it won't look right. So far, I think the most important thing to me for, like, just reading, though, has just been, like, learning the different, like, radical components that make up each kanji. But if I were in a position where I had to write it, I definitely would need to know the stroke order for it to look right. That's interesting, Dervish. Yeah. It's certainly, like, it feels like... Whoops. Ah, damn it. It certainly feels like there's probably, like, more than one way to do the stroke order that would, like, look correct, at least. Even if it wouldn't, like, technically be perfect, but, like... I certainly wouldn't want to try to just, like, copy a character in, like, literally whatever order. Terrible. That was a good fight until phase 2. I messed up. That's one of the menus that's just really awkward. Like, you have to go way out of your way. It's an awkward menu with controller. I have to wait a little bit before those pop up. In, like, a real run, we would quit out there. But obviously RTA, it's not faster to quit out. Okay, I do not have my menu in the right spot either here. There we go. But we're almost done, so this won't be a terrible run. It'll be like this would be perfectly fine for a marathon run. I definitely forgot some of the more important safety strats that I was supposed to do, but it's my first run, so I'll settle for not being giga rusty at like just executing the strats. For now. I think this will be like a 118 now. So the estimate, like in real time, is an hour 25. Yeah, that's a cool strat on that headless when it goes well with Dragon Flash. It's kind of hard to get the strafe behind him on the second phase, because he has like one very fast attack where you have to be positioned a certain way to finish him off before he can hit you. But he did a really slow attack there, so it wouldn't have mattered if I had messed it up in that case. But you still always try to position yourself to his side so he doesn't have time to do the fast attack if he picks it. But it looks cool when it goes well. Okay, and then we'll pick up a confetti for the last headless. I actually leave this out because I'm... Strange animal noises outside. Perhaps there is a strange animal out there as well. Okay, door skip. It's kind of hard. Oh yeah, this is the gotchinless kill for 7 Spear as well. Remember to switch to Mortal Draw. I keep forgetting that here. Switch back to Mortal Draw. Not a fan of screaming outside your window. Good one, yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to do this in the run. It doesn't save like a ton of time, but it saves a little bit, and it's not too difficult. I'll play the safe, so if you play it safe, you can just crouch like that, but you should be able to dash up and immediately end it if you position correctly. But yeah, you just take the hard fall, and you just have to like do a late jump to land in a specific spot. I tried to quit out before he would hit me there, because I got the emblems. You just have to wait until you get the emblems before you quit out, unfortunately. And if you position, like, if you sprint away from him, then it takes longer for the emblems to get to you, so that's why I was, like, trying to be just barely out of range of him. But I happen to get hit there. If you get hit right as the emblems are about to get to you, it sucks. You just, like, don't get the emblems, and you just miss out on those 15, like, permanently. And that's really bad, but if you get hit late like that, or really early, it's not a big deal. Oh, he's not dead. That should be fine. Because you should go passive until this guy dies. Yeah, and then so he's gonna bug me, which prevents me from hugging the wall, but I don't need to hug the wall because he's still aggroed on me. So I can just run around and then quit out. Yeah, so Owl was bad. What else was bad? Oh, Monk was bad. Yeah, I want to practice Monk. I don't feel like I need to practice Owl. I do feel like I need to practice Monk. Watch him. Make sure I grab this guy and not him. Okay. I keep messing up the timing on the Monk jump iframe though. Or at least like I'll mess it up once and then I'll practice it and then I'll get it a bunch of times. I just need to work on it a bit more. It's not quite as strong in my muscle memory as I would like to be. It's not actually that tight. You just have to get used to it. I actually have an extra Gotchin here. Because I picked up one that I didn't need and then I did 2 Gotchinless strats. Because it looks cool. So I can just skip that one, which doesn't like really save anything, but I might as well. Save like a little bit of time. That guy walked off the bridge there, that was really funny. This pattern should be fine. Okay. Only 2 bosses left. Yeah, Owl and Monk were... I lost a lot of time. Actually, both Owl fights. The first Owl fight I just, like, screwed up. Like the opener. Yeah, I didn't parry that because I didn't need any extra damage. I figured I wouldn't, like, it wouldn't have saved me a mortal draw there, so. And then you grab the last confetti right here. There's 2 Gotchins over here, but we don't need them anywhere. These are 2 that we used to grab in older routes, but you'd rather wait and do this fight later once you have Dragon Flash, because Dragon Flash, and it being late game, speeds it up a lot. This used to be one of the slower headless fights when you did it earlier and didn't have Dragon Flash. Because Dragon Flash, unfortunately, you only get... miss. You only get for beating Ishin. So you get it very late in the run. And then Dragon Flash 1R1 Dragon Flash. Okay. Yeah, 117. So even with the 30 that I wasted, or that I, like, got that I wasn't supposed to save, because I kept the timer paused a little too long, like, it still would have been, like, a 117, which is, like, like, decent. Not, like, amazing, but, like, decent. Okay, let me do a little bit of practice. I definitely need to do Monk. Oh, I also missed... Yeah, I lost a ton of time on Monk, actually, because I also missed the death blow, like, twice. Which, especially, like, in real time, you lose, like, a ton every time you have to redo that in real time. But I'm much more concerned about, like, not getting the strat correctly at the end. Just because it looks worse. Thank you for the GGs. Like, it's really not that tight. It's just weird. It's a very different feeling than the way you iframe, like, with a dodge.